What is up, you guys? It is Haley here from Should You Buy It, and today I'm going to be doing how I'm going to organize my coupons. Now, I haven't really changed how I organized my coupons since I did the last video a couple of years ago, but I thought I'd kind of just do an updated video for you guys because I'm getting back into the couponing spirit and exactly everything I do to organize my coupons. It's been a while, I will tell you that, since I did organize my coupons. So I get 3 newspapers a week, and I have missed a couple weeks, but yeah, these are all that I need to organize. So you're gonna need a couple of things. You're gonna need a marker. You can use a pen as well, but a marker is actually a little easier to write on newspapers with, and it's gonna show and do bolder letters. You don't need to do any finite writing with this. So I choose a permanent marker, a pair of scissors, a paper. So I just use this notebook because I like this notebook. You will need how you want to organize your coupons. I really do suggest the hanging file system. It's a lot less prep work up front, but a little bit prep work when you're going to do your coupons, but it does save you more time than cutting out every single coupon and bringing it to the supermarket with you with the baseball card holder method. It is harder to get stuff clearance-wise with coupons because you don't know what's gonna be on clearance, but you can also bring this with you and cut them out if you want to. Of course, you don't know what's in what. You can do that. It's possible. It's taken in the car with you as well and then search, but this is just a little easier, is your file folding box. This is the original one I had in my other video. It has lasted a while. I've had this receipt actually in the top of it for, I think, since that video. The date on this receipt is 6/11/15. This is when that's when I lived in St. Louis and I started this channel, was I believe in 2015. So this was 5 years ago. This receipt has been on the top. You're gonna need this. Of course, if that's not already full with file hangers, you will need file hangers like this that are in good shape. I suggest starting to get rid of them when they get in bad shape. They're really inexpensive. Reuse them, of course, but when they start to warp and bend, that's when you do need to get rid of them. And then of course you will need your newspapers. So the easiest way basically that I do my newspapers is I go through, I separate out what date they are, if I know what date they are because they're still in the newspaper, or I do have some loose ones here that I don't know the date off the top of my head, and I will show you guys how to look that up really easily without, like, you don't need to get on the computer or anything. I still have the newspaper. The newspaper should have a date on it. This is the Kansas City Star. This is actually, so, for the Kansas City Star, it says it right here, and on your newspaper, it'll probably say it at the top too, Sunday, January 19th. So we know these are Sunday, January 19th papers, and the inserts in them will be from January 19th. I searched for all of the inserts here. I'm gonna pull them out and just put them in a pile. I searched through the first paper. I searched through every single spot in it, just because sometimes they're hidden. I've never found one in the sports section, especially with the Super Bowl. They're usually all together with the other ads and such. So this one had 2. I will make sure to get 2 from all my other ones, and if I get one that has 3 different ones, I will go back and look at my previous papers. So we have these pulled out here. We get the date of January 19th off of them. And even though I'm going to separate them in here by date, I do write the date on the front of these. I just write 1/19/20, just like that. And that's where a marker comes in handy, so it's a little easier to write. I write that on this just in case it does come out of the holder, or for whatever reason, it's not in the right place. And I continue that process through my entire stack of newspapers that I need to do. Hopefully you do this every week and you don't have a bazillion like I do, until they're all organized and they're all sorted by date. After we have written the dates on all the newspapers that we have, I have come to a couple that I no longer have the physical newspaper of for whatever reason. I probably just threw it away, honestly, because I don't need the rest of the newspaper. And I thought I would put these in the file folder then, and then I ended up not doing that. So the easiest way to do that is you're gonna look at the spine of your newspaper here, and I'll insert a couple pictures because you actually can't see it on camera, But basically, if you take your spine, most of it is printed red on the spine, which makes it a little hard to read. But you can just roll just a tiny bit and refold it. I bet you guys are having more fun watching him around with his cone than learning. So you can kind of roll it just a tiny bit, refold it, and you'll be able to get a lot of information from this insert on this spine. So on this one, it says, obviously it says it's voided if bought or sold, etc., etc. Avoid coupon fraud. Alrighty, so then it's going to tell you right here in the corner, it has a date and it's 11/3/19. So this one was issued in the paper for November 3rd, 2019. I'm gonna write that on that. And if I have any that are similar, I know they're from the same one. I believe all of these that I have that are loose are from that one, but I'm just gonna check this one as well. We're gonna do all that with every single one that does not have a newspaper, that we don't know what date it is. We're going to look at those spines. And obviously, like, I look at this spine and it's from 11/3/19, which I just wrote on there. This one's the same one, so we just continue that information until we have all of them completely written out, completely pretty much figuring out what dates they are from. Because knowing what date it is from is actually a huge way. It's going to save you time and eventually save you money, and you're gonna be able to find coupons easier. And with kids and with life in general, it saves you a ton of time, which is basically money. So you're gonna have all of your newspapers completely marked like this. If you have multiples from multiple weeks, you want to keep them organized by day or by date, and you want to see exactly which ones you have. So I have 4 different weeks here that I need to do. I have 11/3, 12/8, 12/29, and 1/19. So yes, I am missing a ton. Another thing that you want to do before you really do a lot is coupons are usually only good for 6 weeks. It is very rare to see a coupon that is good for more than 6 weeks. Yes, I have seen it, and there was a deal, and I had already pretty much gotten rid of the coupon, but I wasn't heartbroken about it. So you want to go through your file system, and you want to pull out any other newspaper files that are older than 6 weeks. You can do this every week and just know that you need to pull out the oldest one there, or you can wait like I do and pull out a bunch at the same time. So the oldest one I have in my file system right here is from 5/19/19. So that is 6 months old. So for 6 weeks, I'm gonna keep everything from November and get rid of anything that is like that. So I actually already have one in here. I already have 11/10 and 11/17 in here. So I don't know why. So I actually have more in between there. But anything before 11/10, which was 10/6, I am actually going to be getting rid of. So that is these. And what do? I take them all out that I'm getting rid of if I'm getting rid of a ton at the same time. I pull everything that is still valid up to the front, and I keep ones that are empty like this. These still have dates on them because I'm lazy. And I push them at the back so I know that they are empty. I have this little doohad here. This just keeps some random coupon stuff. Some very old extra care bucks are in here and coupons. These expired in 7/28/19. I usually keep stuff like this in this file folder, and this is what I use to break up what I know is good and what I know is bad or empty. I also do have this one. This has random coupons on it, and these are usually offers that I get through the mail, like this from Target here, from Bye Bye Baby, and just random stuff. These are probably all expired. Yep, some of these expired in 18. So I need to go through that. And then I used to keep all my coupon receipts in here, so I do have a receipt one in here. I don't really do that anymore, but you can if you want to. So that's basically how I have them. And then before that is by date. So I'm going to make folders for all 4 new ones I have here. I'm gonna put them in here, and then I'm gonna have to fix where the tabs are because they are incorrect on this. I usually wouldn't be too picky about it, but since I'm kind of starting over, I'm going to spend the time and actually make it look really good, and then just be able to maintain that. So I will also show you, that is why you have your piece of paper here. So you really only need one piece of paper, and honestly, I like to use lined paper just so I have a way to write straight. So I take my piece of paper. I have 4 dates, so I know I need to cut out 4 different slips of paper. I use 2 lines, so I know I need to cut out 8 lines here. So I'm going to do that with all of these, and I'm going to empty out these folders of the old ones. You can donate some older coupons to military bases, and it used to be a thing. I don't know if it's a thing right now. I hope it still is, that some military bases would take coupons expired for up to 6 months, and the manufacturer would still give them their money back because they are a military base. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. It used to be a thing. You'd have to mail them off, and if you have a lot of coupons, spending the money to mail them off is kind of weird because you're trying to save money. So I just recycle all of mine. I put mine in my recycle bin, and the recycle truck comes and gets them. Places like shelters and all that don't like this, the feel of coupons, like the metallic kind of how this paper is. They like regular newspapers, like the rest of the newspapers, so no ads, no coupons. The more of this kind of material they like for inside of dog beds and all that. They do not like that, so I try not to donate them, just because I know they probably go in the trash. So we're gonna do all that, and then I'm gonna show you the final product, and you guys can see exactly how it looks. It's super easy to do this, especially if you do it every week and you kind of keep up with it. I kind of just got burnt out. And then there was the holidays, then Jason, and now we have Whiskey, and I'm finally getting back into YouTube in general and couponing in general. I know CVS just updated their coupon policy. I made a video about that. If you want to look at that, just go to my channel, watch my videos. But yeah, so I will do all that, and we will look at the final product. And this is the final product. So like I talked about before, all these are empty. The dates are old. I emptied those. And these are all that are active still. So I did have one. I think there's this one that I already had in here that I didn't make a tab for. So I did have to make a tab for that. But this is how I kind of organize them. So you know, by date. And usually it's every 7 days that there's one. So 3, 10, 17. There would have been one for 24. But I didn't get it. That would have been also Thanksgiving, and that probably wasn't a newspaper that had coupons in it. And then, of course, 1, 8, and then I missed, obviously, 15, and then I missed 22. But then there wouldn't have been one for 22, and then I just have 19. So these are all the coupons. This is how I organize them. For me, it's the easiest to do it this way, because then when you look and you are making deals, how I write them out and how most places write them out is they put like SS 1229. And so then what that means is you go to 1229 and you're going to pull out the Smart Source and you're going to find the coupon in there, and then you're going to clip it. And you're going to cut it out and you're going to take it with you. So you don't have to bring this to the supermarket or wherever with you. You can just bring like a little notebook and like a little folder or whatever you want to do. You can kind of just bring that with you, or you can bring this huge thing. I don't bring this with me. Sometimes I will just take it and leave it in the car, and then there's a coupon I still need and I am not alone. I will have somebody watch my cart and I will run out and go do whatever. Or if I am kind of couponing and doing all that stuff. But yeah, so this is how I do it. It's kind of the same as before, but just a little updated version. It's very, very simple way. I don't know of another way to organize your coupons other than like the huge elaborate things that for me take too much time and are just too much effort to do. But yeah, so that's actually all I have for you for this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave those down below. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, join the Savings Army, never pay retail again. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!